Even if you just saw it on my thumbnail, the Kubomi Divot probably turned your head. You see it all over social media, and it is the method of preparing your pour over coffee before you put the water on, like your grounds, in that kind of spiral pattern. Now, you know those videos that you see on YouTube that probably could be 4 minutes and they're actually 25 minutes? I'll tell you right now, this is not going to be one of those videos. The Kubomi Divot is really easy to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, one note about divoting altogether. The whole reason why we divot a pour-over brew is to make it so that we can more easily saturate the coffee at the bottom. If you don't divot your pour-over coffee to make it easier for the water to get down to the bottom of that cone, no matter how aggressively you pour, you're probably not going to fully saturate the grounds at the bottom of your dripper in the first pour, which is all what divoting is all about. You want to evenly saturate your grounds. Now, does the Kubomi Divot allow for even saturation of all the coffee grounds in your dripper? You're going to see a wide berth of opinions on that one. You'll see it increases extraction. You'll see it actually doesn't provide for even extraction of coffee. You'll see that it has a great impact on flavor. You'll see that it has basically no impact on flavor. You'll see that it compresses the grinds into the side of the filter, which makes it harder to drain. You'll see that it basically makes no difference whatsoever. And I'll tell you that anytime you're doing something to your coffee before you're brewing it in a pour-over dripper, there will be some effect. I will tell you though, in the case of the Kubomi Divot, for the majority of coffee drinkers, any effect that the Kubomi has compared to a standard divot is going to be pretty marginal, and you're probably not going to be able to taste the difference in your cup of coffee. So here's my advice to you. If you like how the Kubomi Divot looks, if you feel like a fancy pants doing it and you want to do it for that reason, if it's relatively easy for you to do, if you don't like sticking your finger in your coffee, do the Kubomi Divot. If you don't like the Kubomi Divot, if you think it's too over the top, it's too frou-frou, it's too whatever, don't do it. I do it because I like it, and it adds to the satisfaction of the ritual of brewing coffee for me, and it takes a great picture. And you know, I'm on social media, so I like the way it looks. I like doing it, so I do it. And if you don't, you don't have to, but I'm guessing you're probably here to learn how to do it, so I'm going to show you how to do it. Now, a couple tricks with the Kubomi Divot. First, you want to find as narrow of a chopstick or whatever as possible. And what you want to do is you want to put that in before you put your coffee in. I've got my filter pre-wet already, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this chopstick in, and then I'm going to put my coffee in. Now that the coffee's in, I'm going to give it a little shimmy to kind of even out any heaping in the center. Now, the super easy part with the Kubomi, all you want to do is you want to stabilize the brewer with one hand, grab the chopstick in the other hand, and go in a, for me, it's easier to do in a counterclockwise direction. You might be the opposite way, but you just want to move the chopstick around in a spiral pattern. And when you get to the center, the chopstick should be totally vertical. Lift it out, brush it off, and you have your Kubomi Divot. Now, when you are pouring a Kubomi Divot, you want to start in the center and you want to go in the opposite way. And what that does is it makes it so that the water is saturating the coffee at the bottom of the Kubomi Divot first. And I usually still give it a very aggressive swirl just to make sure all the beans are saturated in there. There you go. That's as easy as a Kubomi Divot is. If you want to do it in a Hario V60, you can check out my Hario V60 video. And besides that, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel so we can see each other again. If you have a request for a video, drop it in the comments, and I would love to do that for you. We'll see you soon. Cheers.